Hey everybody, welcome to your November 2022 Astrological Forecast. A special shout out to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, be sure to subscribe, okay? Check out the links below in the description box. There's one to my website if you would like more information on chart services that I offer. And there is another link to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only need to know maybe one or two things about your chart. And there's also a link to my email address where you can just email me and ask me whatever it is you want to know. It's a lot easier that way, okay? So let's get to your forecast. Hey, Sagittarius, welcome to your November 2022 Astrological Forecast, and happy birthday to those of you born at the end of this month. So right now, though, the sun is in Scorpio in your 12th house, okay, up until like the 22nd, sorry. So, you know, Venus is there right now, Mercury's there. Venus moves into your sign on the 16th, and then Mercury follows on the next day on the 17th. So things will really pick up from then on, okay? But for now, things are kind of hidden. You know, the Sun, Mercury, and Venus, all in your 12th house here, just means that you're, recharging your batteries. That's usually what you do when planets are in your 12th house, because you're usually taking a little bit of a break from possibly just doing a lot of socializing. When planets were in your 11th house of your friends and groups that you belong to and stuff like that, it's usually like socializing in person. So you've seen like all these people, you know, and now you're ready to like take a break, okay? Because when planets move into your first house, you're back on the scene again. For now, you're just doing things that you do in solitude, that you don't need anyone to be with you in order to do. Things like reading a book or something like that, okay? Or working on some kind of project with your own two little hands, right? Or you could just be making plans, some kind of plans for some future event possibly that you're going to attend. You could also be in contact with someone just because this Venus is here and it's hidden, okay? This is usually a sign of either a secret admirer, possibly. You could be the secret admirer, or you could find out that you have one, or you are in touch with someone that you both have romantic feelings for one another, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that you're having an affair, you know, but you may have just met someone while you were out socializing when all of like these planets were in Libra and stuff in your 11th house. And maybe you're just like continuing some kind of conversation with them, even if it's just online in social media, okay? You could also, though, be working on some kind of project that you love, okay? That's what Venus does. It makes you want to spend time on things that you really truly enjoy doing. So there could be something, you know, if you're an artist, you're working on, you know, your music, your writing, your painting, your designs, whatever it is that you do. And it could be that you're just finally getting around to doing some specific thing that you always wanted to do, but you didn't have time for. So now you are really taking the time. Okay, now there's a full moon lunar eclipse, okay, in Taurus, in your 6th house, where you have the sign of Taurus, okay? The planet Uranus is here. It's been in Taurus for a while now. Your 6th house is the house of the workplace and the kind of work that you do, your co-workers, your work schedule. It's also your daily schedule, kind of almost like your 3rd house thing. But this is like things that you do, like preparing meals and taking vitamins, stuff like that. Because this is also the house of health and small pets, okay? Could even be around that full moon lunar eclipse, okay? Now, eclipses, solar or lunar, sometimes last, you know, for months, you know. It's not a definite. I've been hearing people say 6 months, it lasts 6 months. No, not really. Sometimes, some people, it depends on your own personal chart. That's why everyone's chart is different, you know. But anyways, so if you are physically in the workplace still, or even working from home, you've had a lot of kind of weird things happen at work, or be working with really unusual or strange people that have just weird idiosyncrasies about themselves that, it's just strange, some kind of strange whatever going on in the workplace, or within your work, or co-workers or something, or the company that you work for, okay? That's what Uranus brings. It's also, though, a time where you should have at least started to branch out on your own, and develop some kind of side venture that should become your main source of income. Okay, and this is all, I think, very, very creative. Okay, I've mentioned many times that, having Taurus on the 6th house, Taurus does rule the throat. It's your voice, okay? So you are either speaking, public speaking, you have, because you've already had Jupiter in Aquarius in your 3rd house, which is an internet house, big communication house. Having Jupiter here should have at least prompted you to start a podcast or a YouTube channel, something, or at least put up a website, okay? So your singing voice, though, also, okay, or maybe you do voiceovers as far as acting or commercial work, something like that, okay? So you could also have written or are writing or finishing up some kind of a book of some kind or other, or whatever. It could be a script, or, Jupiter, again, in your 3rd house brought along the opportunity to really tap into your own mind in a way, okay? And then Saturn in Aquarius in your 3rd house put the discipline in there to get down and write, do something, finish it already, right? Because Saturn is moving from Aquarius, like, I think it's March or May or something of next year, whatever. We'll get to that then, okay? So you are finishing up things, okay? Well, around this full moon, okay, you could gain a new client that, someone could even contact you in secret, because this full moon lunar eclipse is directly across from your 12th house of Scorpio, and the 12th house are secrets, okay? So somebody could contact you about the kind of work that you do, or wanting to hire you for whatever kind of services that you offer, or it could be someone, there could be a reason that they need to be secretive, or whatever it is, okay? Maybe you're developing something for them, or creating something for them that's very special, and maybe it's a surprise for someone else, okay? This is also a time where people start to, kind of flip out. In the workplace, if this could even be you, but I really doubt it. I'm pretty sure you've recognized your own inability to put up with all the crap that possibly could be going on at work, and that you would take steps to get out of there or do something. But this is one of those transits where people just stand up and go, I quit, I'm out of here, and a lot of times the icing on the cake is being able to go around and tell everybody off, okay? So maybe you'll do that, maybe you won't. Remember, though, you would like to have a good reference, right, coming from this company. But your coworkers, who cares, right? There's probably already somebody there that's an asshole anyways, at least more than one person, right? So, around that full moon, just watch, if you get the urge to quit or do something, or... full moons do bring problems to the surface. That's what they're there for, so they can be dealt with and then done away with. So this is the house of work, the kind of work that you do in your coworkers. So I'm going to have to say that it's occurring within the workplace. Now, if you're a part of some kind of creative project, okay, those are very hard to stick to. That's why, let's say bands, musicians and stuff like that, that's why they break up so easily after so many years. You know, it's not really easily, it's just that it's very hard to keep together, especially when everybody has their own vision, but they have a group vision, but they have their own vision also, okay? So sometimes it is hard to collaborate with people. You have to remember also that Mars is in Gemini up until March. Mars, Gemini is your opposite sign. It's in your 7th house, and it turned retrograde, I believe it was the 30th of October, okay? So you're like reviewing stuff. You know, 7th house is close relationships, business, romantic, or a friend. It's also the house of any kind of arrangement or agreement, even a legal contract, okay, that you have with another person or a company or something like that. So you could be reviewing stuff like this right now. That's what Mars retrograde helps you to do. Change, possibly change something that isn't working out, or the agreement that you originally had. You're realizing or recognizing that so-and-so isn't upholding their part of the bargain, okay? You're having doubts, second thoughts, okay? 7th house is also the house of open enemies and competitors and people that just like, for a lot of reasons though too, there are people that are very aggressive towards you when Mars is here, because right now though, it's because people want to collaborate with you on something. They want you to join their group or take part in something, anything, and you're like a little bit of a loner. You know, you love being out there and having your friends, and you're very sociable, but you're not a joiner. You know, you're not really a leader. Yeah, if you have to. I've mentioned this before, because you don't really have the time or really want the responsibility, but you're definitely not a follower. Okay, so there are people coming at you very aggressively, and it's for romantic reasons, it's for business reasons, it's for just because reason. You must be doing something right, honey, if there's all these people, right, wanting to jump on board with you. So keep in mind about that full moon, because there's a new moon in your sign on the 23rd. And like I said, Venus and Mercury already move into your first house. Venus on the 16th, Mercury on the 17th, okay? So, and the Sun on the 23rd, right? Let me see here. 22nd, the Sun, and the new moon is the 23rd, okay? So, you know, I mean, you're the center of attention, okay, when the Sun is in your first house, and Venus definitely, okay? I always tell people, milk it. When Venus is in your own sign, milk it for as much as you can, because you are far more appealing at this time than at any other time. So that's what I mean about people hitting on you and stuff, too. Venus attracts good people to you. You know, in a lot of ways, you'll be getting a lot of compliments and stuff about your appearance usually, okay, but about a lot of things. It could be your personality or anything that you do. But, and these compliments can even come from complete strangers, okay. With Mercury in your first house, it means that you're having an awful lot of communications back and forth, possibly with somebody. Okay, and somebody, remember, you got that Mars there still, okay? Mars in Gemini, across from all these planets that are in Sagittarius, okay? So there could be a conversation that maybe isn't going real well, but don't worry about it, you know? That's what the conversation is for, is to hash things out. But, you know, there's not like it's not a big deal that you come to some kind of conclusion. Okay, very briefly, Jupiter does move back into Pisces, okay, up until December. Let's see here. It actually goes direct in Pisces on the 23rd, okay. So anyways, Jupiter is back in your 4th house, where you have the sign of Pisces. And your 4th house is your home, your family, where you physically live, okay, and the property surrounding it. It's your past, your childhood, and your personal life. So I believe, you know, someone from your past could resurface at this time. You know, a lot of times, I have to say this, okay, because I am a Sagittarian, right? And I have Sagittarius rising, right? So a lot of times people use the holidays to weasel their way back into your life. Okay, so just keep that in mind, because there's a reason people are in your past. Okay, because that's where they belong. So I just wanted to point that out there. Okay, so anyways, the new moon is a new beginning. It's your own personal, that's how you begin your new year. It begins on that day. Okay, so I always tell people, if you can't start something new, even if it's just an idea or a thought, write it down on paper, because it is, whatever you do on that day is kind of like kissed by this aspect. New moon in your sign brings it a little bit more like good fortune, let's put it that way. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, well, you know what? The best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius on the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Gemini. And those dates are the 9th, 10th, and 11th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. The best time for money is the 12th, 13th, 14th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. The best time for your career is the 17th, 18th, and 19th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 16th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. So you know what, you guys? Don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, okay? And hey, happy birthday! Goodbye.